Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Learn Math with me. Today in this video I am going to explain about introduction part of trigonometric functions. So before starting this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell button given below to get the latest updates of my video. So Hipparchus is known as father of trigonometry, and the word trigonometry is derived from the Greek word trigon and metron, which means measuring the sides of triangle. So here trigon means triangle and metron means measuring. So trigonometry means triangular measurements. Trigonometry is used in the field of engineering, physics, chemistry, finding heights of tall buildings, towers, finding depth of oceans, rivers, etc. For surveying the lands, analyzing a musical tone, describing the state of an atom. Now coming to angle and its measurement. So here the amount of rotation of initial ray OA such that it coincides with terminal array OB, right? We have to rotate OA around O up to it reaches B, so that amount of rotation of initial array is directed by angle AOB. See, when we are talking about angle AOB, we have to start from ray OA and keep on rotating it up to it coincides with OB. Okay, and this rotation is anti-clockwise, whereas OB to OA should be clockwise. When we have initial array OA and terminal array or terminal side OB, and we are talking about angle AOB, the rotation we have to do in this direction, that is anti-clockwise, and this is positive angle. And this is different than angle BOA. And when we talk about angle BOA, where OB is initial side and OA is terminal side, here the rotation which is to be done is clockwise. For clockwise, the rotation is negative angle. Okay. And now there are some smaller units, minutes and seconds. Before that, let's study about two types of unit of measurement of an angle, that is degree measure and radian measure. So let's try to understand this degree measure first. So here one rotation is 360 degrees. As you all know, rotation has a central point that stays fixed and everything else moves around that point in a circle. A full rotation is 360 degree. So now one rotation is 360 degree, right? That means we will divide the one rotation into 360 equal parts, and each part it will be 1 degree. Okay, as I already told you that one rotation is divided into 360 parts and each part of it will be 1 degree. So 1 degree is equals to 1 by 360th part of one complete rotation, whereas 2 degree is equals to 2 by 360th part of one complete rotation, and so on. X degree is x by 360th part of one complete rotation. And now let's discuss some smaller units called minutes and seconds. So here 60 minutes is equals to 1 degree. Okay, now recall once again that one rotation is equals to 360 degree, and one rotation is divided into 360 equal parts and each part of it will be 1 degree. Now that small part 1 degree is to be divided further into 60 small parts, and each part of it will be 1 minute. Okay, now 1 degree is equals to 60 minute. Okay, minutes are represented by one small dash upon it. Okay, and now this small part is to be further divided into 60 small parts, right? So 1 minute is equals to 1 by 60th part of degree, 1 by 60 degree. Okay, now this small part 1 minute is to be further divided into 60 small parts called seconds. So 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Here seconds are denoted by 2 small dash upon it. Now 1 second is equals to 1 by 60 minute, and 1 second is equal to 1 by 3600 degree. Okay, and now let's try to understand some interrelations which will be helpful for us for solving further problems. Okay, now 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds, or 1 second is equals to 1 by 60 minute. 1 degree is equals to 60 minute, and 1 degree is also equal to 3600 seconds. It is in minute and this is in seconds. And 1 second is equals to 1 second is equal to 1 by 3600 degree. And now let's discuss about radian measure circular system. In the circular system, the unit of measurement of angle is radian. Radian is the SI unit of measurement of plane angle. So consider a circle, length of AB. This is A, okay? AB, R, length of arc AB is R. It is the radius of the circle, which is equal to the radius of the circle. So here angle AOB is equals to 1 radian. Here radian is denoted by one small c upon it. Okay. Now its definition is, it is the angle subtended at the center of circle by any arc of length equal to 1 radius of the circle. Okay, this is the definition. Now consider any 2 points A and B having length of arc AB as S, where AB is equals to S, and angle AOB is equal to S by R, where S is arc length and R is radius of circle. Whenever theta is in radius, we have formula theta is equals to S by R, that is arc length by radius of circle. And to find arc length S, we have formula R into theta, that is radius of circle into theta. For one complete rotation, arc length is equals to circumference. Arc length is S, right, where circumference is 2 pi R. Now theta is S by R, just now we studied, right, where S is 2 pi R by R get cancelled, 2 pi radian. Now theta is in radian, so one rotation is equals to 2 pi radian. As we all know that one rotation is equals to 360 degree, so 1 degree is equals to 2 pi radian by 360, that is 2 ones are 2 8s are and 0, 180 degree, that is 1 degree is equals to 1 by 180 degree, 180 radian. Okay, whereas 1 radian is equals to 180 by pi degree. These two are very important formulas which we use in further problems. See, when any number is given in degree, to convert into radian, we have formula pi by 180 into x. Just we have to multiply that x by pi by 180 to convert it into radians. Okay. And to convert radian into degree, we have formula 180 by pi into x. Just we have to multiply that x to 180 by pi, so that it get converted to degree. So this is the introduction part about trigonometry functions and also exercise 3.1. Hope you all are clear with this. If you have any doubts, please